Today we're going to talk about a topic, the flyover and the feed state. Hello, this is David Zai with the Zai Mortgage team. The difference between a flyover and a feed state is a state that has a lot of population, has a lot of income. Places like Washington, D.C., places like New York, places like the West Coast and California, where you have a lot of high income earners. However, one of the trends that you're going to see is you're going to see that the cost of living is pretty high in those states. You know, the cost of transportation with gas prices extremely high. I think it was up to about $7, almost $8 in parts of California. Whereas in a state where I live in, gas prices are, you know, in the 4s and 2s. Those are going to be states that people are flocking to. They're leaving their feed states, and the flyover states are the states that people will typically fly over to get to the places that they want to get to. So when I traveled recently, I traveled from my great state of Virginia down to Florida, and you could seriously see the difference in cost and different rules and things like that go on in different states while you're driving from Virginia to North Carolina to South Carolina to Georgia and then into Florida. We're seeing a lot more people that are selling their houses in these feed states and going to flyover states. And when they do that, what it provides them is that it gives them the opportunity to make a bunch of money in their state that is the feed state, and then end up going into the flyover state, which has lower housing costs sometimes, also has maybe lower cost of living. So if you live in, let's say, Arizona, and you want to buy a pound of shrimp, it's going to cost you about maybe $11, $12, $15 a pound. Whereas if you live in a state like Biloxi, Mississippi, you can get shrimp for as little as $3 a pound. Gas prices, that's a good indicator. But we're talking about housing, okay? So housing is definitely the big deal here. We've had a huge run up in the values in our homes. There's a lot of appreciation in the values of the homes. And that's something that my great friend Phil taught me a long time ago. Is he always said, David, regardless of what you do, you buy the most expensive home that you can afford, because in the long term, you are going to make equity. For instance, my wife and I bought a home a couple years ago, and we're already up about 40% in equity in the last couple years. That's where, if you are leaving a feed state, you could take the equity out of the home, whether you sell it or you do a refinance. You then take that equity and you invest it into a place that maybe has favorable tax benefits, like the state of Florida, which I'm in right now. There's no state income tax. North Carolina, I have friends that live in Tennessee, and there's the no state income tax, and then there's no sales tax in North Carolina, and then if they want to go shopping, they go to Virginia, because they live right on the border of those 3 states. So that's a huge benefit. You know, you take the equity out of your house, you could buy an additional home, let's say your primary residence. You can even take the rest of that money and you can invest it into stocks, bonds, mutual funds. Those are extremely beat down right now. You can also invest it in precious metals. You can invest it in cryptocurrencies, NFTs. And then my favorite thing to invest in is certainly houses, because there's many ways to make money in houses, whether it be building equity or getting that monthly cash flow. But having someone pay for those things, it really does ease the burden of all the expenses that comes along with owning a house. If you have any questions about the flyover states, the feed states, or anything in between, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about this more. And this is David Zai with the Zai Mortgage team. Please subscribe to our channel, because we've got great content. Please also click the notification bell so you'll get notified whenever new videos come out from myself or any of the great originators on this site. And please give this video a thumbs up, because that'll encourage me to do more videos. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.